Alright, we're at 3321 Devon Road, Durham, February 5th, 2020. We're out as far as we can go right now. I started the footage at where we went through and where the line went horizontal from the vertical to horizontal transition in the basement, right behind the laundry, our utility sink. So we're out as far as we can go. I located this out in the driveway, marked it, and we will provide the info with a picture. The 5 foot 9 inches deep is what this spot is right here in the driveway. So not shallow, but not deep. And you know, we are in a cast iron line. You can see the build up and such. You can see how it just kind of holds. Toilet paper, that's what that white stuff, that buildup is. The things you see dangling from the roof are actually just cobwebs. But this line is old as the hills. Old as the house, obviously. See some buildup, some jaggedness on the right and left sides at about 4 and 7 o'clock. A little bit of a flat bottom here. Definitely not the worst I've seen, but that's just a kind of coagulation of grease, grime. Kind of makes that flat appearance on the bottom, so the pipe's no longer round right there. So this is a combination right here. So you can see out of the we took a left turn, and you can see out of to the right there is a cavity. I'm guessing this is the clean out that's in the driveway. I'm going to go locate this spot and try to verify it. So I'll go do that now, and I'm going to pause the video while I do it. Alright, we are back, and I did confirm that is the clean out kicking off the back side of this fitting. 3 foot 1 inches deep at this point. The driveway does cut back towards the home here, and we're going uphill from where we started, so not super deep here. But this is a really good picture of what used to be smooth wall cast iron fitting when it was installed, and has now turned into just, looks like, you know, just jagged rock almost. It's not great. The customer has to be very aware of what they put down the line. Toilet paper and human waste only. You want to keep hair out. Use disposal at a minimum. You just have to be really smart about what you put down the line, because this thing will stop up if you start putting wipes, things that, you know, toilet paper will degrade and break down while it sits in water. So anything that will not do that, like hair, Q-tips, all types of crazy stuff that people put down the lines, you have to be very careful about what goes down the line. So here what we're seeing is that this fitting, that stuff has kind of coalesced here because there's probably just a little lip right about right here that's keeping stuff from flowing on down the line. I mean, that looks like a rock to me. A lot of the stuff, it looks big on camera. It's actually pretty small, but it's, you know, little chips of maybe pipe, maybe things that got put down the line during construction. You know, I need to go back to that clean out and figure out distance. Alright, so 47 foot. I want to pull back maybe 20 foot from here, so 28 foot. I'll stop and we'll do another locate. Some build up on the sides here. Seems to always be worse the closer you get back to the house, obviously, because that buildup's due to grease and grime. It'll obviously settle on the part of the line closest to the home first, right? So you can see a lot of just buildup and gunk and nastiness at the bottom. So you can imagine being a piece of toilet paper or human feces and trying to flow through that. Doesn't work too well. Look at that, just caked. That's a big pile of it right there. Alright, we're gonna stop here. I'm gonna go ahead and just locate, just for a general locate, because this does cut through the yard into the landscape. So we're just gonna pause this video and do a locate. Alright, we are 6 foot 1 inches deep at this point. We're kind of on the street side of the walk path in front of the home. So we're only about 10 foot away from getting into the slab area of the basement. I was hoping to see maybe a house clean out. I don't. If it hasn't shown up by now, there's probably not one. I don't see anything. Looks like we have just a wrapper of some sorts in there. Pretty big piece of just, you know, corrosion, rust buildup right there. Should be definitely into the slab by now. Alright, my guess is probably that's the toilet, I think. Yep, so that is where the toilet from the basement bathroom ties in. Now we're turning up, so we're in the vertical right now. And I've cabled through right there. I scoped through right there, right above the laundry sink. Alright, so what I'm going to do is pause the video, and we're going to take this setup over to the basement floor drain, and I'm going to scope in that because I want to see if it's part of the sanitary sewer system. That matters because of the fact that there's a missing plug in it, so if it's getting sewer gas, you know, it's something that needs to be remedied. Alright, so we're going to pause the video, and we'll be back. Alright, we're back. We're at this floor drain in the basement. This is the open hole that I'm talking about. So See if we can skip over to this drain line. Alright, we've gotten the camera screen really dirty, so give me 1 second. Try that again. Looks like there's a lot of really grody stuff in here. It's probably going to happen again to me. I think what I'm going to have to do, hopefully it ties into the sewer. I think it does. We're going to run some water in this laundry sink. Alright, so that's not working. I'm not convinced that it actually is tied into the sewer, so we'll see. I'm going to maybe try to get some water to run down here so I can get a clearer picture. Pause the video. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I just got this hose running. I'll try to pull back and hopefully get this camera head a little cleaner, I hope, and get some water running right there, and then we'll just get a better visual. So I'm going to pause the video until then. Alright, so this juncture right here, probably, I'm going to get some water running again, sorry. I'm going to pause the video one more time. The picture's horrible. Alright, we're back. You can kind of see that it's already kind of backing up on me. And we're only about 10 foot out. I did locate this going more towards the garage. It's in the garage right now. Look at all that junk. Get that about, see if I can get that about maybe the first. I'm still pushing. I'm just going to go ahead and locate this real quick and pause the video. See if it's continuing on its same path. Alright, at 25 foot out, it is right outside of the garage door. If you're looking at the door to the right. So I'm hitting something, man. It's major right here. Look at all those roots coming in. So definitely got something going on. I'm going to quit tempting fate. I want to push. I want to see where this thing goes for you. But, yeah, it looks like we're in some type of terracotta. What I'm going to do is increase the flow and go outside and see if I can see anything flowing out. But obviously this line's screwed and at minimum needs to be cleaned. We'll go ahead and pause the video and locate it. Alright, we're back. Let me turn this locator off. Located it out kind of towards the end of the driveway. Not the end of the driveway, the side of the driveway. So once it kicks out of those garage doors, if you're looking at the garage door, the door on the right, it pretty much goes out under that one and then goes straight, continues straight on and jumps out, I think of the, I just can't get past it, but I think of the side of the driveway if you're driving down the driveway to the left. But obvious roots in here. Stirring up all this stuff. It looks stopped up. I don't see anywhere where the water's coming out, so it must be kind of filtrating through the earth. Whew, I feel like I about got stuck right there. That's why I shouldn't have been chancing it. we're back into the garage now. It's still holding, you know, with just this condensate dumping in here and the dehumidifier, it can manage it, right? Because it just seeps into the ground over time. But I'm definitely thinking you have a broke line. But the good thing is it's not tied onto the sanitary sewer, which is a huge plus because I thought for sure it was. So, but you know, here's what we're looking at is a pit that's holding sediment almost all the way to the top of the pit. These things are actually about 24 inches deep, so it needs to get cleaned. And really, the drains, maybe not the drain portion in the garage. So I'm just gonna look at that real quick. So I think that was about, yeah, we can't see anything. It's starting to hold water all the way up. But yeah, it just needs to be redone or a pump put in or something a little different than what's going on. And then, so I mean, I guess we could price it a couple of different ways, but really, if it were me, I would just put, you can either replace this, you have to cut up the slab, put it in a drain, which would be slick. That'd be the best way because you'd be on gravity. The other alternative would be a pump. A sump pump system, maybe like a battery backup or something. I'm assuming this area looks like they've done some drainage. Not over the whole house, but it looks like they've done some drainage along the foundation edge. Looks like it stays fairly dry in here, but you really need some low point drain in here to catch water as it comes down into the basement because it is inevitable. Alright, that's enough video. It's enough of me talking. Bye.